Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, internet? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. Hope you're all enjoying your holidays wherever you are. Hope you are staying safe and keeping out of trouble. So I've got a couple of matches to review and a couple of important things that have happened in the world of football. So without further ado, let's review the two matches on Monday. We had Burnley versus Wolves. Burnley won 2-1, so that was a big result for them. Wolves seem to have the lion's share of the possession, 64-36, and more shots, but out of the 15 shots, only 3 on target. But this was a very important 3 points for Burnley, because with a game in hand, this puts them 3 points ahead of Fulham in the drop zone. So yeah, this puts them in very good standing. Not a good result for Wolves. They're still, I mean, even in 11th, they're still only 6 points behind Manchester United and Everton in 3rd and 4th. So, I mean, they're not doing too badly for themselves, to be fair. But yeah, it was definitely a much better result for Burnley in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, fair play to them. And then the other match was Chelsea versus West Ham. So London derby, big London derby. And Chelsea won 3-0. Had the possession 54-46, had the shots 11 with 7 on target to West Ham 6 and 0. However, I watched the first half of this, or at least as much as I could catch because I was at work. And West Ham were doing quite well, actually. If memory serves, they had a goal disallowed. I'm just going to have a quick flick through the timeline just to make sure that I'm not making that up. And then they even had some penalties ruled out. They had an offside. I can't find anywhere about the goal being disallowed. I might have been making that up. But in my mind, I remember them having a goal disallowed at some point. So West Ham didn't perform badly. It's just that Chelsea outperformed them. So 2 goals from Tammy Abraham and Thiago Silva, of all people, 36 years old and still banging them in for a defender. It's not bad. So now that we've gone past the Premier League matches, let's move on to the League Cup. So we were in the quarter-final stages, or the CARABAO Cup, sorry. We were in the quarter-final stages. So starting with the first match, and probably the biggest shock of the round, was Brentford 1, Newcastle 0. So no disrespect to Brentford, but Newcastle are a Premier League team. Brentford are not. They could have been, however. Was it Fulham that beat them? It was either Fulham or West Brom beat them to the punch. But they performed very admirably. I mean, 14 goals with 5 on target to Newcastle's 12 and 3. So they had the lion's share of the shots and the shots on target. A little bit less possession, but thanks to Josh De Silva in the 66th minute, they're going through to the semi-finals. So in the other match on Tuesday, is Arsenal 1, Manchester City 4. So Arsenal crash out of the League Cup. It wouldn't have been entirely surprising because it was against Manchester City. I mean, they did beat Liverpool last time out, so but that was back in October when they were on a relatively decent run of form, but they've just been collapsing at the moment. So not sure what's happening there, but Manchester City just absolutely ran riot. Let's have a look at the stats. Only 57% to 43% possession, but 13 shots to 6 and 7 on target to 2. Lacazette's goal, the only bright spark. I mean, they were level for over 20 minutes, but still, City just ran away with it, unfortunately. So, on to Wednesday. Stoke City 1, Tottenham 3. Tottenham were able to do it on a wet and windy night in Stoke. And one of those people who's proving that he can do it is Gareth Bale. So Gareth Bale getting a goal for Tottenham. Ben Davies, of all people, and then Harry Kane. Jordan Thompson scoring for Stoke, which did actually draw it level. So they were 1-1 for a while. 67% to 33 possession for Spurs. 7 shots to 12 and then 3 on target to 6. So Spurs definitely deserved to win that match. But fair play to Stoke. I mean, for a championship side, they didn't do badly. So fair play to them. And then the final match, Everton 0, Manchester United 2. So I'm a very happy Manchester United fan today. On to the semi-finals of the Cup. Left it late. Everton were very hard to break down. Manchester City were dominating the match. I mean, we had 65% to 35% possession. Everton had some decent chances. I mean, they had 7 shots and 3 on target, and I remember Henderson making some pretty spectacular saves, one from a free kick that comes to mind. But United had 19 shots and 8 on target, and then Cavani finally puts one away, did his infamous Archer impression, and then Anthony Martial in the 96th minute just finishing them off. So it's so nice to see, as a Manchester United fan, Edison Cavani performing, because all I heard when we signed him, especially on a free, was that he was going to be another Sanchez, another Memphis Depay, another of the countless. Falcao was the name I was trying to think of. Thank God he's not a Falcao. Another Di Maria. I'm pretty sure I saw a statistic that even before this match, in a ridiculous amount of time, he's already outscored Alexis Sanchez. And I think with this match, he might have outscored Falcao. All the way around. But he hasn't played very many matches. And even when he hasn't been playing full minutes. So I think this was one of his very first starts, for sure. And he's just been performing admirably. So I'm actually just seeing if I can pull up his statistics. Yeah, here we go. So 1 match in the League Cup, 1 goal. 7 matches in the Premier League, 3 goals. 4 matches in the Champions League and 0. But still, I mean, he's already got 4 goals and he's only played 12 matches. And how many of those were starts? Not very many. Most of them were substitute appearances. Also as an assist and a yellow card somehow. So I'm just so happy that he's performing so admirably. So just after the Manchester United match, there was also the draw. And wouldn't you know it, it's a bloody Manchester derby in the semi-finals. They couldn't leave it until the final, and then it would be a big to-do. But now it's going to be Manchester United against Brentford, and no one outside of Manchester is going to care. No, I'm only joking. That's just disrespectful to poor old Brentford. You never know. It's Spurs against Brentford and United against City. So, big Manchester derby. It's in the Cup this time, so it should be a bit more exciting than the league fixture. Tottenham versus Brentford is on the 5th of January, and United versus City is on the 6th. So, some big matches coming up. The other thing that I wanted to talk about in the world of football is PSG firing Thomas Tuchel. So it comes just under a week after Borussia Dortmund got rid of their manager. And it looks like odds-on favourite is Pochettino. So hashtag Ollie in. I thought I'd put it on the sign, but I didn't make it. Oh, I lost my hashtags, that's why. But yeah, hashtag Ollie is in, Ollie is staying. Ole contract extension, whatever other hashtags you want to put. So I'm ecstatic because, as I've mentioned on this channel before, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is probably my favourite player of all time for Manchester United. Just his attitude. He was always played with a smile on his face. He always gave everything for the team, and he's showing that with being a manager. Not always a smile on his face, but just ask Sheffield United's manager who nearly got knocked out. Punched. I'm not going to say he would have knocked him out, but you never know. But the baby-faced assassin just keeps on going. So I'm very happy about that. I hope that this will, regardless of where we finish. I mean, if you look at it, we're 3rd in the table. In the semi-finals of one cup. We're going on in the other cup. Yes, we're in the Europa League, but I mean, come on. You can't do everything. So I just hope that this is going to continue and that this longevity just pulls him through to the end of the season. And then in the summer, as long as our board gets their fingers out of their arses, we can muck on from there. You never know, in the January transfer window, we might get rid of Pogba, sign Sanchez, and somehow sign Wesley Sneijder, because it's still 2009 apparently. Since every summer since 2009 we were linked with him, even after he retired. But no, it's a good time to be a Manchester United fan right now. So hopefully that will continue on Boxing Day, especially because I saw a statistic this morning that we have the most points out of any team in Boxing Day history, only losing twice. I hate seeing those statistics because they straight away get knocked down. Oh no. So anyway, positive thoughts. I'm going to thrash Leicester on Saturday. But that's a topic for another video. That's going to be the next one, which will be coming out shortly after this one. A preview of the weekend's football. So, in the meantime, like I said at the beginning, I hope you're all staying safe, keeping well, keeping out of trouble. And wherever you are, I wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays. It's just a regular old day. Have a happy Friday. It's the weekend. Until next time, Thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra for now.